Hi, friends. Welcome to the Stamper Studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome to New in the Studio. So New in the Studio is on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Hey, Tanya, happy Memorial Day to you as well. You can also see me on Saturdays at 9 a.m. for Saturday in the Studio. Really creative names, right? New in the Studio and Saturday in the Studio. So I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful day today. We have a tradition where we do Schmid Olympics, and this is for Dave's father's birthday. Hi, Carol. So it's for his father's birthday, and we play ladder golf, and we play, what's the other one? Jarts.
Jarts,
Real
the dangerous
jarts.
kind.
Like real jarts. We wait till the kids leave, and then we play real jarts. And we have brackets, and anyway. So I was in the semifinals. I did not make the finals. Dave actually won in jarts. So. Just a fun time, good tradition. I am excited to share with you today, gorgeously made. It is so pretty and is actually a suite that I am featuring for Stampin' Into Summer, which Dave will tell you about in a little bit. So gorgeously made. It is gorgeous. And so let's get started. I want to start by showing you this fantastic paper, designer series paper. Because that, to me, this is actually what sold me on the suite was just the paper. Look at this. I thought there was something on top.
Laverne.
Isn't that gorgeous? Hi, Laverne. Isn't that so fun? Look at this. I think I must have it upside down. Look at that. It is all, look at the dimension. When I look at the screen.
It looks totally 3D.
Yeah, doesn't it? It is not. It is one little skinny sheet of paper.
Wow.
All right, so let's look at the front, and then we'll look at the backs, are always kind of a solid. So we'll look at the fronts first. I love when we have 12 by 12 paper like this.
This is crazy 3D paper.
Isn't it? Because this, if you cut this here at half, it's 12 obviously, but if you cut it from the edge up to 5 1/4 and then 4 inches this way, you can get 6 cards out of this. It does, doesn't it? Totally looks 3D. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right, let's look at the next one. Oh, it's just, I'm telling you, this is totally what sold me. Okay, that's the one we saw already. Let's look at the back of that. Pretty. Yep.
Again.
And the back of this one.
Looks like torn paper.
Doesn't it? I think that's the idea.
I know, but it's cool.
And the back of this one. There's a little like newsprint behind it, and then the little flowers.
Sort of like time worn type a little bit.
Yeah, look at this one. Isn't that fun? Doesn't it? It totally looks like it's... Dave's sitting across from me. He's amazed, and he can see it. And there's the back of that one. Very pretty. And then there is this one. Oh, my goodness. Isn't it so pretty? I love it with the pretty and peacock. So very fun. So, I missed one. So sorry. Here's the last one. So I actually saw a card online made with one of these. And I was like, gosh, I wonder how they made that rose. Just like what you were thinking, like, oh, it's 3D. Nope. It wasn't. It was just one of these cut out. I'm like, oh my goodness. So anyway, this is the paper that goes with that. It is called Masterfully Made. And it just has all these really fun colors. It's so
Did you show it in the catalog?
Sure. Masterfully Made is on page 103. And it is right here.
And on the opposite page too.
Yep. Getting there. So, and then this stamp set is the one I'm going to use some tonight. And then the dies that coordinate with it. I'll show you that in just a moment. There it is. Yes, so here's the cards. And I think this might be the one I saw that I was like, oh, that's so pretty. I wonder how they got that 3D. I don't think it is. I really think it's one of the roses just cut out of that paper. Or maybe it's just the paper.
Yep, I think it is.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So crazy. But yeah, really, really pretty. Thanks, Dave. Okay, so that is the best part of this suite, in my opinion, is the designer series paper. However, the stamp set is very pretty as well, gorgeously made. It's got this fun little design. And these two, which I'll show you in a moment, we have dies that coordinate with that. This fun little, I love when there's things like this, the type doesn't really say anything, because it can be a really nice background. And then we've got you're a great friend, thank you, and hello. And then here are the dies that coordinate with it. So these two, oh, this one does not coordinate with that one. This one, let's see. Let me open it up. You can tell I have not used much of it yet. Nope. These do not coordinate with these, but these are just extra bonus dies, all of them. I do like this one. This is like the notebook edge, which I always think that's kind of fun. And then this one is just kind of a rough edge, which I like that too. And this one, I'm going to use this one tonight as well. So lots of fun pieces. And really, they could be used independently as well as together. I just think it's such a sweet. How about that? Okay. The one I am going to make tonight, I'm going to start by using, very carefully, I'm going to use Berry Burst. And Berry Burst is one of our new colors. And this is a 11 by 5.5. No, 11 by 4.25. There we go. 11 by 4.25. So I'll just use my bone folder and get that. And I am literally just going to take this paper. This is our designer series paper. I cut it at 1-inch pieces, but then it didn't fit. So the top and the bottom, I trimmed a little bit off. So let's see what these are. These are just, what would that be? 14/16 maybe? No, 6/8, 6/8, 7/8. Anyway, I just cut them. Oh, that one's 1 inch. So maybe I just trimmed the one, but I just trimmed off one little one. But we're going to start at the top and the bottom like this. Now, if you do this, the one thing you do want to do is kind of, unless you really like puzzles, sort of keep it where you're going to be, because this is just one piece of paper, right? This all fits together like that. And if it's all scattered, then I don't know. It's just going to take.
You could do it random.
You could do it random. Random? I'm not
Lisa
very
doesn't
good.
do random.
I don't do random. I don't do random well at all. Anyway, this is just a fun way to simply make a card using designer series paper and having just a little, it's just a cute background. So I'm going to start at either end and then I'll work my way towards the middle. Make sure my card opens that way. Yes, it does. So I'm going to go up here, and I did cut it at 4 inches. So I've got that nice border on the edge. This one needs a little more adhesive because I was holding it and bent it up. What did you guys do this weekend? What did you do that was fun this weekend? These 3, I'm just going to lay here to kind of double check my spacing in the middle. Yeah. And even if these aren't perfectly spaced, that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. So I'm going to leave a little gap here, about that big. And then this one, I've got that one there just for my spacing. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? We were up at the refuge with some friends. Yesterday we went to a darling little town called Nisswa. It's right near Brainerd in Minnesota, and it is just the cutest town. We love it. We've been there several times. We have special shops that we like. It's just really, really fun. And one thing I bought, Dave was like, I can't believe you bought that. It's a hat. And he's like, I can count on one finger how many times I've seen you wear a hat. But it was so cute. It like went with the outfit. So I can't wait to show him. Ooh, that sounds really fun. All right, so there we have it. Just a kind of a fun background. And then I went ahead and using the dies right here, I die cut out one of each of these because I wasn't quite sure which one I want to use. But this is going to sit behind.
Those make such great texture. Just another element.
These.
Dies.
The dies, yep. And I'm going to put my word on here. So I can use that one. You see that? Or I can use this one. This one is a little thin, I feel like. Yeah. I feel like the other one has a little more presence, if I could call it that.
That DSP is pretty busy behind it.
Yeah.
So it needs a little more oomph.
A little more oomph. I'm going to use this one and go ahead and, I know where it is. I'm going to put some glue on, and because I think my foam mat is up in the drain, I'm going to just simply use a piece of paper because I don't want to get adhesive all over here. So, and really the thing that would have been great is to use the adhesive sheets. Now I could have punched out all these little circles, all these little inside of the leaves, but I didn't really want to do that. I just wanted to leave it because I really wanted a bigger, more solid piece. And so I purposely left those. I did take out in between the branches, but I kind of left those. I'm just sort of random, not random. There we go. good enough. I'm going to put one more on that branch using my glue here. All right, and let's go ahead and just sort of stick this like that. Push it down, let it dry for a second. There we go. And then I'm just going to put some words here. And so the words I want to use, probably thank you or hello. Which one do you have a preference, Dave? Have not put these together yet, so.
I think thank you. This time of year, we need some thank you cards.
Yep, and that's where I was going to. Here's how I put these together. If you've never done this with the, it's called Clear Mount, or Cling, Cling stamp set. You take the rubber. This is how I do it. I punch out that little word, peel it off. I leave the label where it is because then I can center this. Instead of taking the label off and putting it on the stamp, I do it this way. And then I know it's centered. And then the other thing I do that I noticed people sometimes don't do is, and I thought everybody did it, is I keep this outside rubber and I peel this off and I stick it in here because then it's very easy for me to see if I'm missing a stamp. Instead of just randomly putting the stamps in or putting them in loose, I leave the border. So just some little tips there. All right, and this is not photopolymer, so we do not need another layer. Thank you, and I'm going to use Berry Burst because, there it is, because it's just, that's the background color. So we're going to stamp, and this one is Crushed Curry, which is a color that's in there as well. Let's get those out of the way. Thank you. We'll line that up kind of straight, just like that. Great. And of course, I'm going to grab some dimensionals. We'll pop that up. And just this gives it a little bit of texture. It is a busy background, but I still think it's kind of fun there. So we'll grab this. My take your pick. And there are some new tips for the take your pick. I'll have to show those to you perhaps on Saturday. I'm going to center it right in between some of the lines. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and on my inside, I definitely want to stamp something. So I think we will stamp this one because it kind of mimics the die. So it's this one right here. Again, I like to take this off first and then take this off and then stick it on. Anyone else do anything fun? Tanya went to the zoo. There we go. And I just need a big block. All right. So I'm going to stick this kind of like, I think on this side, sort of like that. I'm going to stamp it off a little bit. So I'm going to grab another little piece of paper and because I am going to go off the paper and I don't want the ink all over, I will do it in the Berry Burst. Now, when I haven't stamped a stamp before, I like to look and see. I can see these edges. Now, when I stamp it, the edges show, then I take it off and cut it. But I'm not going to push too hard, so hopefully they won't show. Just go like that. There we go. Yeah, I like that there. I think it's a really pretty little accent on the inside. I love when you open up a card and there's something fun on the inside. It makes me happy. Okay, so here we go. Open this up like that and go ahead and put this in. So pretty. So pretty. I really like brights. And so, yeah, that's fun. I'm wondering, as I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if there's a way you could kind of pop this up a little bit just to give it a little more texture. But I like it. What do you think? Kind of fun? There we go. All right, Dave, what do you have for us? And then I have one more card for us to make.
Sure. So we have a couple different things coming up. Just to remind you, this Saturday is Card Cafe. Card Cafe is our in-studio event in person. It happens here in our Minnetonka studio. You get to come and you'll leave with 10 amazing cards. We have 10 designs you can select from. Choose 5. Choose 5 of the designs, make 2 of each, and you will leave with 10 wonderful cards. We rotate through new designs each month, so every month you can make new ones. But Card Cafe is coming up this Saturday, June 3rd from 10 to noon here in the Minnetonka studio. And you do need to let us know by Wednesday, just so we have everything all set to go for you. And as with everything, you register at thestamperstudio.com, and you can sign up for Card Cafe. Now,
Awesome. Can I say something?
Sure.
So Card Cafe, we're definitely going to be using one of these or more of these designer series paper. So make sure, I just think they're beautiful. So we will be using something with this.
Right. The other thing that we have coming up that you can sign up for is Stampin' Into Summer. Stampin' Into Summer is our amazing event that we are doing with 3 of our favorite demonstrator friends. Amy, Tracy, and the other Lisa will each be demonstrating one of the new suites. It's happening on June 17th from 10 until 1. You need to register by June 1st. That is this week. So
I know. What day is June 1st? What's today? Today? Oh, my watch died. What's
you
today?
You have to register by June 1st. With that, you will receive all of the make and take supplies for 4 amazing projects, one for each of the suites that's being featured. Each person will be doing demonstrations. They'll be talking about the suite. They will have prizes. Additionally, we have add-on classes that you can add on as well. So the registration for the event itself is $20. Each of the add-on classes you can add for just $10. So we have one that features Zany Zoo, one Paper Florist Dies, Quiet Meadow, and Cottage Wreath are our 3 add-on classes. So
I'm super excited about Paper Florist Dies. I know that Amy's doing that, and I want to see lots of flowers that we can make with that.
Exactly. So if you sign up for these add-on classes, you'll get materials for another project using the products that are featured in that add-on class. So
that was a mouthful.
Again, you have to register by June 1st. June 1st. Did I mention June 1st?
June 1st. You mentioned that. And that is Thursday.
That is Thursday.
Awesome.
And so make sure you join it. Sign up for Stampin' Into Summer. And like I said, for every registration, you always want to go to thestamperstudio.com and you can sign up for those. And I will also put it in our banner.
Sounds good. All right. So I'm going to make one more card using this same idea. However, this time I am using Coastal Cabana. It's the same size. So it's 11 by 4 and
4 1/4.
Quarter. Yep. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I just got stuck. 11 by 4 1/4. And this one I'm going to use. Just so happens that the cards I'm using tonight are ones that I am featuring for Stampin' Into Summer. So this one I'm going to use Zany Zoo, which I think is absolutely hysterical. And Zany Zoo, when you get the bundle, comes with the 2 3/8 punch. And I don't know about you, but I love, love, love using a punch. And one thing with Zany Zoo that is just so much fun is it has all these fun animals. And what do you know? They all fit inside the circle. So inside this circle punch, look at that. Oops. So they fit well. I'm sure that if I go in further, he would fit well. All of these just fit really well inside. Chop off his tail.
His tail would go off a little bit.
That's okay. Anyway, super, super fun to use the Zany Zoo. And here's the other animals that are with it. They're goofy. They're goofy. And I love to make people laugh. And I think this is a good way. I made a card with this one the other day. So isn't that fun? So this is the Zany Zoo that I'm using. And then I'm going to use the Brights in our designer series paper. I used these, what's today, Monday? I used these on Saturday. Brights are my all-time favorites. So I'm going to use those. And this time, instead of putting it right onto the card, I'm actually going to put my designer series papers onto this paper. I did cut these. Here we go. I have an exact dimension for you. I cut these at 3/4 of an inch. And when you do 3/4, they fit 6 of them. 5 of them. Nope, I have one more somewhere. 6. Oh no. Where'd my card go? Where'd my little paper go? Is it under here?
Nope. Inside the folded
Or it might have fallen off. Nope. All right, that's okay. You see it?
I think it's right by the power strip.
Right by the power strip. I don't know, love.
That was something else.
That's okay. All right, so using our designer series paper, I might just need to cut one more strip.
Or put a little extra space in between.
There you go. Or put a little extra space in between. I like that idea. So again, I had cut these at, this is 3/4 of an inch. Yep.
I know random's hard.
Random is very hard for me, hun, but that's okay. It's not going to be random because it's going to look like that, which is pretty darn close. All right, so let's go ahead and just take one more peek here. Nope. Go ahead and stick these on. Ooh, polka dots on the other side are pretty fun too. But the one thing I like about the stripes is that it actually, it lines up, right? You can see that there's a pattern there. And this is a little long. That's okay, because then we'll just trim all of them at the end. Because if one's long, my guess is they're all long because I cut the paper the width first, and then I went to the little individual 3/4 inch. If you do 3/4 inch, you do end up with 6 of them or 5 evenly spaced, bigger spaces if you want to do 5. There we go. All right, so Coastal Cabana, such a pretty color. I love the brights. They're just cheerful to me. What is your favorite color? Do you like the subtles? What favorite color family? Subtles or regals or neutrals? What makes you excited with that? Curious to know. All right, so I see how this has this little edge on these. That's okay. I'm going to wait. I waited and then just cut them all at the same time. So now it's just great. So that's an option also if you're like, well, I don't really want to stick it directly to the card. You could always stick it to that. That's a lot of stripes going on. I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. And I did punch out the fox using our punch. Isn't he hysterical? And I picked the Coastal Cabana because it kind of matches his little scooter here. And then, of course, using my using the Stylish Shape dies, which is like my staple, I die cut a circle. And I was going to go Coastal Cabana, and then I thought, no, I think I want a little bit extra white. I'm going to put it on this side, on the left side there. And I'm going to stick this on, and then I'm going to pop up the whole thing because then we have a little bit of a dimension as well. That on there. And I'm probably going to use my edges because I have this big circle. So I'll take that off. This is a quick way to add some dimensionals just by pulling off the whole thing like that. And then I just rip it. You don't have to use scissors. You can just kind of put it where you want it.
Tear it, squish it, bend it.
Just like that. Okay, so let's put him from down here, kind of like that. There we go. So here's what I'm excited about. One thing I'm excited about to show you is I kind of wanted a little saying right here. The saying that comes in Zany Zoo is this happy birthday to you. I thought, oh, that's fun. But I don't quite have a punch or I wasn't sure what to use to make it, and I don't want to just cut it. So I'm going to show you what to do, how to use a punch in another way, which is always fun. I love to be able to use things more than one way. So I'm just going to stamp that there. And we are going to use the bottle punch. Now you're like, what? That doesn't go with it. You're right, it doesn't. But we're going to use the bottle punch. So I'm going to go ahead and punch out this. That's from when I tested it, my theory. So I'm going to punch it about, I think, and I'm going to, yes, I'll probably put some, I'm going to punch it about there. Because this is the piece I want, right? So I'm going to punch out my bottle. And I'm just going to tear off this piece because I found that piece a little bit harder to get back in. Then I am going to take a little bit of adhesive and make what I call a little arm. Let me think for a second. I think I want it this way, my arm this way, yes.
And that's the vintage bottle punch.
Oh, yeah, yep. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back. Let's make sure that's on. Go back in here again. And this time, I'm going to get it all the way in there. You know what? I'm not secure enough here, so I'm going to add a little more adhesive because it's moving around too much. There we go. And go back in here. And I'm going to go as far as I want to. I think I actually want a little further. So I'm going to punch that out. And then I'm going to go a little further because I do want it just a little bit. Okay. So it's right there. I kind of want this end a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go back in there, get rid of that. Get that out of there. So it's kind of a fun way you can use your punches more than one way. So I want it to be sort of the same size as the other side. There we go. Do you see that? The line is here and then there. So now it's, and then you just pull off your little arm that you put on. And now I have that. So I have just a little, I don't know, rectangle that has rounded corners, which is kind of, it's exactly what I wanted. Something that's a little bit, using a punch, easy to use. And I'm just going to put this right here. Whoop, whoop. My little happy birthday right there. Now, the other thing I thought is fun to add to this is perhaps some twine. I do love this twine. It comes in a pack of 5. I just ordered some more. Baker's Twine Essential Pack. And so you've got all these different neutral colors, which really do go with everything. I'm not sure if I put a bow on that, is that going to look... Yeah, I don't know. You're saying no, don't put one on?
Correct.
I think so too. But anyway, I think I'm good. I think it's good just like that. So there we have it. Inside, let's go ahead and, is there anything in here we want to stamp inside? I don't think so, because the fox, something great to celebrate you. Maybe, I think I'm just going to leave it blank and put it inside, because that is very fun. So lots of little simple ways. Oh, Tanya, I love that brights are your favorite. I just love them. And I wear bright clothes. I go shopping with a friend, and I went shopping with a friend this weekend, and she'll pull out something bright. This is totally you. And I'll pull out something neutral. This is totally you. So there we go. So there's using the same type of
design
technique. Yeah, same technique, just using the designer series paper. We have 2 very, very different cards, but also very, very, I think they're kind of simple, but I think they're fun. What? Oh, no, I was saying, do you have anything else? Is really what I want to say. Not what.
No.
What? Do you have anything else? No?
Nope. I'm all
right. Good. Okay. So very excited to show you those. And I'm super excited because, like I said, Zany Zoo is my add-on class for Stampin' Into Summer. And then the Gorgeously Made is my
main one.
My main
Your
one.
main
You know what?
suite.
I did want to stick on here. I forgot I had these. This is the adhesive back sequins, and I thought it'd be fun to put a couple sequins on there. So I might do that. We'll see. Kind of fun. All right, friends. Well, thanks for joining us. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Because of Memorial Day, you know, it's one of those weeks where every day I'm going to say, okay, today is Tuesday. Okay, today is Wednesday, because I just get off. But we have 7 days left of school, just this week and next week, and then no more school. So, all right, friends, we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. And until then, happy stamping.